Hey everyone, what is going on? And welcome back to another video. So these are my battles in the Open Great League, and I did incredibly well with this team. This is like an OG team. I've used this team several seasons ago before Pelipper was nerfed with Weather Ball, but since it was buffed, the team is back. Yes, Sableye does have to watch out for, I guess, the normal flyers like Pidgeot, like Noctowl, which is going to be the most common one, because Shadow Claw is double resisted. But to be honest, I mean, I had to watch out for like Lickitung before. Even Noctowl was relevant last season. Still a great Pokemon. Sableye is still great, right? So, I mean, I think it's a really good team, really strong team, and I have a 5-0 here. I did really well. I continued on after this set and had a 4-1. I think I had a 3-2. I did really well. I'm showing you the 5-0, but yeah, great team. So if you're looking for a great team, this is one that I highly recommend. Either way, we did correctly shield that Blizzard, so now we can farm up a lot and go ahead and go for the Weather Ball. So this will be enough to KO. So we're going to be able to take the KO here, and the Wish Cache will go down. Very nice. Pelipper's coming in. We're actually going to go ahead and go for the bait. Is it risky? Maybe, but if we get this bait, we can land the Hurricane, and we do get the bait. So now we're going to be able to get off this Hurricane. Absolutely love to see it. So that was a great bait by me. Luckily, they shielded it, and oh, that lands. They don't shield that. We're going to be able to wing attack down. Not before they get off an attack. I'm going to go ahead and shield because the Hurricane would probably knock out, right? So we're going to shield that, and in comes a Abomasnow. We are looking really good. Thanks for landing that bait. We're looking really solid here. Going to be able to pick up that shield. You'll love to see it. And yeah, we just stay and let them throw a Weather Ball at us. I actually don't think it KOs. It comes close to KOing. It doesn't KO. Okay. So I could have, you know, instead of letting them foam me down, I could have switched into Sableye. But I knew it didn't really matter. And Pelipper's going to go down, and we're going to be able to take that game. So that's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. We're able to take that one. You love to see it. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Yeah, if you're looking for a great league team, I think this is a way to go. Okay. Well, but Medicham in the lead, obviously a fighter in the lead is really bad. We're going to go into Pelipper. But they're staying in, and they're throwing in attacks. So that tells me they might not have a direct answer to Pelipper in the back, right? No Lantern, which is good. That's a big threat for this team. Lantern, well, it's a big threat for Pelipper, especially, right? Obviously, if you use Pelipper as a safe swap, sometimes you use Pelipper, sometimes you use Sableye, but they're both great safe swaps. But if they have a Lantern in the back that can punish Pelipper, that's going to be an issue, right? But either way, we pick up the shield from that Steelix. Steelix is going for the farm down, so we are able to get off this Weather Ball because they're going for the farm down. And that Shadow Steelix is going to go ahead and shield that. Very nice. So we're able to pick up 2 shields. I would say it's worth it. Going to go ahead and bring in this Stunfisk. I'm going to call that they don't have Earthquake. Most of them have been running Crunch, and we do get hit with the Psychic Fangs, which is good. We're going to go ahead and take this. I was hoping that I could farm down. But I knew the crunch was going to be coming at some point. So I think I call the crunch here and shield. I do shield it. Obviously, I don't want to take a crunch because I'm double debuffed, and we do correctly shield it. And I'm hoping to farm down. I'm hoping to fall down. I know this is a Psychic Fangs, so I don't have to shield this. Now, we are significantly debuffed. We are pretty low. So we could switch out right after this into Sableye. Keep in mind, we do have a shield advantage, right? We have 1 shield. They have the Medicham. I have the Sableye. They bring in Venusaur right now. They're going to be able to get off an attack. I do have to go ahead and shield this. And we're looking pretty good right now because I'm hoping that a return KOs. I was actually not positive if it would KO from this range, but I'm going to go ahead and throw the return right now. And it does KO. Very nice. And then comes Medicham. Gonna go ahead and go for the foul play. I think it made more sense, or it would have made more sense to charge up for the return and go for the return. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? Because Sableye survives an Ice Punch. Obviously, it survives a Psychic, but they're going to go ahead and throw the Ice Punch, and we're going to be able to take that game. And that is going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. We're going to be able to win that one. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Galarian Stunfisk into Noctowl. Definitely a good matchup. Noctowl does have play as one of the flies. It does have play against Stunfisk, but it's still generally a good matchup. Okay, Pelipper coming in, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide right now. And I do switch out because I would have rather had that Stunfisk on the Noctowl than have Stunfisk on Pelipper, even though the Rock Slides are doing a lot. So we're going to go ahead and take the Weather Ball. And, you know, I clicked on my move, definitely threw at a bad timing there. I could have went over, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the foul play. I don't anticipate a shield here. This is going to KO. But regardless, we still got the alignment we wanted. We didn't have to give up a shield, so it ended up working out for us. And obviously Noctowl are going to go for that farm down, and they're going to be able to get it, but that's totally fine because now, again, we have the alignment that we wanted, right? We have the Stunfisk into the Noctowl right now. And they do have play, as I mentioned, they do have play against the Stunfisk, being the fact that they have Shadow Ball. So, still not necessarily, I mean, still not great. It's not the greatest matchup, but it's okay. We're going to be able to get off these rock slides, and as long as we can get it low, we want to get to one more. Okay, they're going to be able to get off their attack first. I think I shield this. No, I actually let this one go. Okay, so I let that one go, and we get off a rock slide. So rock slide is going to connect into the Noctowl, but they do go ahead and shield it. I was hoping I could get to one more. They pull the switch into Swampert, so I'm going to switch into my Pelipper right now. They're going to be able to throw an attack. I know it's a Hydro Cannon. I know I could take one, but I cannot take another one. You know, I do not want to take another one, so I do have to shield this. So I'm going to be able to farm up extra energy, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to farm up extra energy. As I was farming up, I was debating on going for the Hurricane or the Weather Ball. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go for. I go for the Weather Ball. They do not shield, it KOs. I wasn't positive that would KO. That's why I was debating the Hurricane. But I guess the Shadow Swamp it, I guess it was enough to KO, so that's good for us. We do pick up the shield with that Weather Ball. Now we can go for the Hurricane and KO that Noctowl, and we're going to be able to take this win. And that is going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. Yeah, I just did really, really well with this team. As I said, 5-0. I think I had a couple 4-1s. I think the worst that I think I had was a 3-2. But it was 1-3-2, so really solid for me. Okay, going up against Togedemaru. So when I first saw Togedemaru, I was actually wondering if this was their remix team by accident and they queued into the wrong lead, because Togedemaru is really good for the remix, but it's actually not, because they do use a banned Pokemon in remix later on, I believe. So I guess Togedemaru as a spicy pick, probably because, you know, if you're running into those flyers, Togedemaru, I could see it happening, right? I could see it happening. That's why it's good for the remix cup. Anyway, we do farm that down. Scrafty's coming in. We're going to be able to throw this Earthquake. Will we be able to land it, though? We do not land it. And we're trying to get to one more. They do get off an attack first, but we know we survive a Power Punch, so we're going to go ahead and let it go. Going to be a Power Punch. At this point, I mean, I'm not switching out because I don't want Sableye on that Scrafty, right? I want the Pelipper on the Scrafty. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Earthquake. They do shield. We're going to let them farm us down, and then we can bring in the Pelipper. We're looking really nice here, right? Because we have a 2-shield advantage. They're going to be able to throw an attack. I do shield it because Foul Play, it's boosted. It would do a good amount of damage. We're going to be able to shield that. I do throw the Weather Ball here, and this Weather Ball should not be enough. I don't think it was enough to KO. Oh, it actually, never mind, it is enough to KO. Okay, and in comes Ariados. So, okay, that's why they stayed in with Togedemaru against my Galarian Stunfisk. If they went to Scrafty, we would have switched out. If they went into Ariados, that would have been a bad matchup for them, right? Because the Galarian Stunfisk obviously is good against Ariados. So, I understand why they couldn't switch out. But good game. Moving on, Galarian Stunfisk into Galarian Stunfisk. You absolutely hate to see it. At least I do. I don't like the mirror match. I usually play this mirror match. The way I usually play it is I go straight Earthquake. And I always call their first attack. And most of the time, more times than not, it works out for us. Now, in this case, my opponent did shield. A lot of times they don't. Sometimes they do. It could go either way. And they bait. So I do call that correctly. You'll love to see it. Very nice. Yeah, again, it could go either way. If they didn't bait, that would have been really unfortunate for me. But it could go either way. We do shield the next attack. Going to be the Earthquake. Good call by me. Charging up, going for the Earthquake now. Will they want to shield this? Will they want to let it go? I think they do invest the shield. They do. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this. Now what I could do is, if they go Earthquake, I could overfarm, which they do. And then if they went Rock Slide, I wouldn't have been able to overfarm that much. But I was able to overfarm now because they went Earthquake, and I knew they wouldn't reach another Earthquake, and we KO it. So we come out with energy. In comes Deoxys. We have Sableye for that later on, so you'll love to see it. Gonna go ahead and go for this Earthquake. Gonna get it pretty low, right? They're actually switching out into Walrein, so this is looking really good. We're gonna be able to get off this Rock Slide, and we're not gonna bring in the Sableye because we have the Sableye for that Deoxys, right? So we're just gonna bring in the Pelipper right now. I know it's not the greatest matchup for Pelipper, but after that Rock Slide, I mean, this is looking really good for us. We can take a couple Icicle Spears. Barely. I don't know. Can we take another one? I don't know. We're going to go ahead and throw this. This game's over anyway, because we're going to be able to throw this Weather Ball. It does get it low. They do throw an Icicle Spear. Even if this KOs, we could farm down with Sableye, right? It's not a big deal. It doesn't KO, and we're actually, we both go down at the same time, but again, we have Sableye for the Deoxys. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a good game. So we'll play to my opponent, and we're going to be able to take that one. Yeah, really good game. And yeah, that's going to be a beautiful 5-0. So again, as I said, did really well. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.